Yes, we are live. Welcome, welcome, my dear beautiful friends. This is episode number 143 on the Zero Point Healing Show. And today I have with me an amazing guest. We are going to talk about a new healing modality this time, and this is called the Galactic Shaktipath. I've heard about it, but this is the first time I got somebody in my show who can, talk to us and teach us and tell us more information about what this modality is all about and how it can contribute to us in all of our lives. So, before I move on to my guest, just a short intro about me and about Zero Point Healing. So, zeropointhealing.com is a web directory that I have created for all holistic healing practitioners across the board, all sorts of holistic healing modalities. Right now, we have about 75 different modalities that's registered on the platform, and we have so many different practitioners from all around the world. So if you are a client looking for solutions, then zeropointhealing.com can help you find different modalities, find different practitioners who will be able to assist you with any kind of problems, issues, challenges that you're facing in any area of your life. Also, if you're a holistic healing practitioner, well, I welcome you to the platform. You can also kind of contact me, and if at all you're interested in this kind of interview, I'd be happy to have you. And you can go to zeropointhealing.com and register and add your profile into the platform. Alrighty, so that's my intro. Welcome, Sumiti. What a great pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for being with me on my show. So tell us a little bit about your interesting story into this entire holistic healing world.
Thank you so much, Vishnupriya. It's an honor to be here, and I'm very grateful for this platform because I always tell people that even though walking the path of truth, walking the path of spirituality is the only path for each one of us, but it can get sometimes very lonely. And Zero Point Healing is probably a platform where we people like us who seem to be crazy, but they can have proper interaction with others, like with other like-minded people, without any judgment. So thank you so much for doing this, and I'm very grateful for being here. As far as me, it's very difficult for me to talk about who I am and why am I here and how did I reach here, because it's just, if I see, it's just scratching the surface right now, because I don't know who I am. In fact, all of us are here right now looking for that answer, that who am I and why am I here. But right now, as of today, my truth is that I'm Sumiti Kapoor, and I'm just trying to find out my real truth. And on this journey, it's a little difficult to define myself in one word, but I'm a light worker who just tries to live in my heart. And of course, with like most of the people who have had their spiritual awakenings, it's happened because of certain traumatic cases, or grief, or near to death experiences, or certain downfalls. And my story is no exception to it. Of course, I cannot deny or cannot overlook the all the experiences and all the people that have come in my life, and the experiences and situations that have unfolded in my life from childhood till date, that have played a very, very important role in shaping who I am and making me be here. But one of the most important, or awakening experiences was during the period of 2015 and 2017. And with a series of downfalls and betrayals and backstabbing by a number of people whom I thought they were mine, or who were the loved ones, and being lost completely into the abundance that US had to offer, coming from a middle class family, just getting lost in that and becoming a shopaholic in US, and then having no meaning, no direction in my life, and even though I had everything, but I was not happy, I was not content, I felt very lonely. All these things were definitely happening, and all these challenges were showing up in my life at that time. But the major and final blow was the crossing over of my father. And it was like I was extremely fortunate that I the last 16 days I was able to be with him and spend time with him. And whatever spiritual terminologies, of course I thought that I was very spiritual from the beginning, but all these spiritual terminologies like forgiveness and gratitude and surrender, letting go, these were just theoretical terms for me. But he was, those 16 days of him, of seeing him suffering and every breath that he was fighting for, it was just, you know he was trying to teach me the real practical meaning and deeper meaning of all these terms, because he was not able to go, even though he was suffering, until unless he asked forgiveness from everybody or he forgave himself, for whatever he did. So it was a major life changing journey of those 16 days. Every breath that he was fighting for, my perspective about life was completely shifting, and it was becoming on a very, very higher ground. And then after 15 days, he crossed over on my birthday. So it was like, as if he was initiating me to the new life, to new me, to the real me. And and the most intriguing thing that happened that time was that even though everybody was mourning and grieving for the physical loss, for me, he was standing in front of me. He was just there, and I could see him. And the only two things that he told me was, that I can just never forget. He said that, I'm sorry, Sumiti, and you are much greater than this. And I did not understand what he meant by that at that point of time. It was what he was saying. I did not even know why I was saying what I was saying. And for everybody, he was gone. For me, I just could not accept that he was gone because he was just standing in front of me, smiling with in front of me. And so that was definitely there, and I was processing what I'm very sensitive, and I'm very, very close to my dad. But it was so unusual that I had no tears in my eyes. I did not cry, and everybody was shocked, that I'm not crying, I'm not shedding a tear, I'm acting very normal and very, very, mature and practical. But it was because he was there standing with me. And my grieving process actually started when I came back performing after performing all his rituals. And that was the time when it hit me that no, he's not there. And I was already into healing practices before that, but I was not able to heal my dad. That was the guilt that I had because I had lost myself completely into the materialistic world of for a few years. I completely uprooted myself from the spiritual beliefs that I had earlier, because I tried fitting in with everybody and I just lost fully my own identity. So, and I was not able to heal him. And then when I came back to the US, these angels, these beings started showing up. I had no idea who they were. But when they were around me, it was very comforting, very loving, very soothing, and very peaceful for me. But I had no idea who they were. In fact, I was very naive, just so naive that I thought that angels are just Christian concept. For me, it was just like those beings who show up during your Christmas time, or during Valentine's, like the Cupid the statues that you need to be buying during Valentine's. That's about it. In fact, I just told him once, I'm not a Christian. You've come to a wrong house, and I'm not going to be reading the Bible or getting baptized. So just go from here. And they used to just sitting there, smiling at me, comforting me, giving me own space and time for the grieving thing to happen. But they were the ones who, directed me, guided me, and to various resources, various books. In fact, I read hundreds of books to understand what's going on with me. Why am I able to see? Why am I able to hear? It was not that I was crazy, but it's just that my senses got heightened. And very interestingly, my husband is my best friend, and I sneeze when I tell him. But I was not able to tell this thing to him for about 3 months because I had to accept first myself what was happening. And so one after the other, the angels and the ascended masters, they guided me and they directed me. And that's how the end product is the lifespiritsoul.com. And then and they kept on pushing me and making me work on myself and making me understand spirituality, not just theoretically, but practically. It's making me experience everything. And that's how I'm here. And that's how I even got to know about the ascension tools and techniques like magnified healing and Galactic Shaktipath being one of them. Yeah, that's my story.
Wow. Wow. And what a story, going through all the ups and downs and finding the treasure at the end of the ride, basically. Wow, beautiful. So now let's quickly jump into the Galactic Shaktipath itself. So what is Galactic Shaktipath all about, and maybe how is it different from, of course, each and every single modality is totally different. So what's the difference in the Galactic Shaktipath, and what can it actually provide somebody, the benefits that somebody can have from it?
That's a great question, Vishnu. The thing is, Galactic Shaktipath, I would say, is a fairly new modality or a new teaching that has come to Earth right now. But at the same time, it's absolutely ancient. And by that I mean that these teachings date back to pre-Atlantean times. But because the humanity was not ready for the higher wisdom, for this higher truth to be, they were not receptive. That is why it has not reached the earth sooner. And now, because of the shifts in the energy of the earth, we're all aware about, right? And it's evolving at a very fast speed. And because of that, we see around us so many people awakening to the question who I am and what am I here for and what am I supposed to do. And because of that, the teachings have now just been given to humanity in the year 2017. Now these teachings, they are channeled from the Council of Light, and I don't know whether people know about Council of Light or not, but just to let you know that Council of Light is a group of these ascended masters and saints and sages and archangels, group of higher beings, I would say, whose main purpose is the evolution of the earth. So they are there, and these teachings are being channeled from them through Master A. Chandran. Master A. Chandran is a teacher, spiritual teacher, a healer, and an author of a number of books. And of course, you can find out details about him on my website itself on lifespiritsoul.com. And he's the one who's bringing these, channeling these techniques, which are very easy, very simple, but extremely profound. And it is I would say it's a fast track for ascension, fast track for the evolution of the soul, and raising your frequency and raising your vibration. Uh, of course, there are so many tools available, and there's so much of truth that is floating around. But this is the Galactic Shaktipath is just one of the tools that has come to me, and that's what I can talk about. That it is. You would say I can say that it is for increasing your consciousness, increasing your vibration, and it's if you know that Shaktipat is an Indian term, it's a Hindi term. So which means that the transference of energy of the master or the guru to the disciple. And by Galactic Shaktipat mean that the transference of the energies of all these masters, not just from this planet but from the galaxy. There are about 33 masters that we integrate the energies of after completing all the 4 levels of Galactic Shaktipath. And then we are able to send this energy to people, to the recipient, and it's the energy of pure love. So love heals, right? As for Jesus Christ, love is the key and the way. So that's how it is called as a healing modality. I somehow feel that it is not fair for me to call it a healing modality because healing is just a byproduct of Galactic Shaktipath. It's more to do with the soul's evolution, with the soul's growth, with the soul's ascension. And that is, and what if somebody is interested in Galactic Shaktipath, that person has to be ready and has to have an intention to work on themselves because like the way when a guru transfers the energy to the disciple, he doesn't walk your path. He walks with you, and that is what is required out of you. That the energy definitely goes in, removes the blockages, removes those karmic imprints that are stopping you from moving ahead, gives you a push, gives you a guidance, gives you a direction, gives you opportunities. But whether you want to walk that or choose that path or take up those opportunities, that is completely on one's soul's choice. Um, that's about Galactic Shaktipath in a gist.
Yeah.
It does. One more important aspect of it is that it doesn't work on your symptoms; it works on your causes. So it uproots your causes completely. And when the energy of the person or the consciousness of the person increases, the healing automatically happens on every level, be it physical, emotional, mental, even financial, your relationships and your spiritual aspects. So everything gets healed when you change, bring that change within you, when you are evolving and increasing your frequency.
Beautiful. So, so how does that relate to, let's say, a person living normal life is facing different kind of challenges, right? Maybe it's money, financial issues, or it could be health issues with different kind of, pain in body, or it could be relationship issues that somebody is going through divorce and such things. So how, let's say, doing, let's say, a Galactic Shaktipath session, would that help a person with their physical issues that they are facing in life?
Yeah, it's a great question again. Um, Soul is born on Earth. Of course, we understand that all of us on planet Earth, or all the souls that who are born on Earth, the purpose, the ultimate destination for each one of them is growth. Learning from the lessons that they have to learn, evolving. You're never the same, after the lessons that you have learned and after you have moved up, up from the adversities or challenges in your life. And there's no growth if there's perfection in your life, honestly. If you see, and that's what we talked about, right? That most of your awakenings happen, when you have some kind of a traumatic or a challenging situation in your life. So, before the soul is born, because of their own free will, because of their own choices, they are the ones. That's a soul chooses its own journey, its own relationships, its own parents, its own friends and family members. Everybody, nobody comes in your life because of an accident. They all are destined, starting from a cab driver, a taxi driver, to someone, to your spouse. Everybody has they have only two roles. Either they are supposed to teach you something or they're supposed to learn from you something. It's just that relationship that your soul contracts are there and you're just living those contracts. And of course, when the soul takes birth, because of the magnetic field around you, around the earth, because of the Mars consciousness, because of the matrix consciousness, we completely forget. Our memory is completely erased, and we have those veils of forgetfulness for us. But, as and when the soul keeps moving further, and these people and these souls start coming and showing up in your life and try to make you understand the lessons that you've chosen to learn and the experiences that you have wanting to experience. The other aspect of the soul is that the essence of a soul is pure love. It understands only the language of love. So because of this materialistic world and materialistic life, when a soul comes across anything which is not of love, it just gets lost and stuck in that time. It just gets fragmented at that point of time. For example, if I'm crying for a candy, I do not get even the smallest of thing. I'm just giving you an explanation on that. But if I'm crying for a candy, and memory is there within me because my soul is not able to understand that why am I hurt and This is not my language of love. And that is why that a part of me just gets fragmented and lost in that time. Imagine, I just talked about one incident. There's so many incidents that keep on happening, not just from this lifetime, we also carry forward from the past lifetimes. So, how much of soul loss we have had, how much of fragmentation of our own self have we had? And because of that, a lot of our confidence is shattered. We do not trust ourselves. We do not love ourselves. We feel that we're incomplete, like the way society puts pressure on you, that you need a soulmate to complete you because you're not complete within you. So because of that, we feel very, very limited. And what Galactic Shaktipath does is that it makes you go to that time, bring back your soul fragments, bring back wherever you have lost your soul. And it also helps you in letting go of these karmic imprints that you have accumulated because of the choices that you made. And then that's when, once you start accumulating your soul fragments and your lost souls, you start feeling complete within you. And once you start becoming complete within you, you're no more the same in the lower frequency. Your frequency is rising. Because of that, healing happens. If you talk about these masters, what do you call Jesus Christ and Lord Buddha, Shri Sai Baba, all these, higher beings, they never had cold, they never had cough, they never had, relationship issues or financial issues because they were complete and whole in themselves, right? So that's what we are trying to achieve because we also have that potential of being the gods and goddesses that we were born. How can the creation of God be imperfect? We are born from that same tiny spark of light that the Creator is made of. So how can we be imperfect? So basically, Galactic Shaktipath helps you to bring back your perfection, bring back your completeness, your wholeness, that so that you heal on every aspect and you move further. That's essential. Simply.
Wow. Beautiful. So, yes, and I'm looking forward. Maybe let's do that now. So, the short demo version that you have for us. So, let's do that now and then we'll come back to a conversation. We'll, go
For
forward from
sure.
there.
For sure. So I would just request everybody to be in a receptive position. In a sense, receptivity means that just always say that that you are ready to accept only the positive energy flowing through me because there's so much floating outside, it's floating everywhere. So just say always be receptive to just the positive energy flowing through to you, and keep your hands palms open and keep it on your upper leg, and just relax, close your eyes. The energy would flow through me for just a couple of minutes, as and when required, of whichever master require, you energy you need at that right now. But to integrate it fully, I would say that just be in that relaxing and receptive mode for about 20-25 minutes. So just close your eyes, center yourself. Thank you so much, everybody.
Oh, wow. That was so beautiful. I was sensing
Uh,
something in my head just expanding. I was like, wow, this is amazing.
yeah.
And how
And
is your
just
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, and just go ahead, please.
Yeah, so my question was, how do you experience it when you are channeling this energy? Do you get a sense of which master it is and what do you sense energies moving through? How was your experience?
Yes, I could feel that, I think the viewers did want the energy of Mother Lakshmi and Lord Shiva, and Archangel Michael, and Kuan Yin. So four masters did send the energies, and it is for the respective highest good, everybody who's going to be, integrating these energies. But yeah, you just be open, and because you're not, when the moment you surrender and you say that it's not you who is sending the energy, and you're not using your own ego or your own mind to send the energies, then the energies starts flowing, and the whatever. For example, I'll just share my experience here. Once we were sending the energy to this person who had a financial issue, so we thought, that maybe the energy of Lakshmi is required, because we talk about, the abundance goddess, Lakshmi. So we said, okay, let's just send the energy of Lakshmi to him and let the energy flow and do the work. But however, there was no energy flowing, because at that point of time, we were using our own ego. We did not know what exactly the person needed, and just was trying hard to send the Shaktipath of Goddess Lakshmi. But then when we surrendered, at that minute, the energy of Lord Kubera started going. Because we don't know exactly what is the requirement, what is the karmic imprint, what is the life lesson of that person. So it's just always important for you to surrender and let go, and let the energy do its work, because it is all pure love. It will never harm anybody, even if it'll just heal on a very deeper level, which we are not aware of. So I think that's why the experience of every individual is going to be different, who's going to be integrating these energies as they see this video, this session.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Sumiti. Do you want to let us know? So, if anybody watching the show want to take classes of learning Galactic Shaktipath or just have a session with you, how does that happen? Is it online, available online?
So COVID being a blessing in some ways, that yes, we have learned to connect ourselves on Zoom, and the world has become even more connected and smaller. I am conducting these classes and workshops online. The only thing that I want from anybody who approaches me is your receptivity, your openness, your readiness to accept your truth, and to, like Rumi says, like Rumi says that, have you visited yourself today? How much have you visited yourself today? Every single moment you need to be open to the fact that there is more to you, more to truth within you. And if you're open and receptive for that and you're ready to work on yourself, I am 100% there available for you. And I do not see time, or how much time would it take for me to have a session with you, because everybody's healing requirement, everybody's journey and experience is different. So don't worry about that. But the only thing that I want from each one of you is that just be receptive and open to integrating the higher wisdom, higher truth that is coming to you at this point. That's about it. Yeah. For all the workshops and for all the sessions, you can visit lifespiritsoul.com and get to know about various other things that I do.
Wow. Thank you. And yes, my dear viewers, if you would like to contact Sumiti, talk to her and enroll for classes or for sessions, you can just click the link right below this video. So that will take you to her profile on Zero Point Healing. And from there, you can also go to her website and have a chat with her, conversation with her to see how she can help you. And any questions that you have, you can message her. And we also had this 10% off coupon code, which is 0 points. So when you contact her, just let her know that you found her from zeropointhealing.com. Thank you, Sumiti. Wow, what a conversation and what a beautiful session. Such a short one, but it was so profound. So thank you for everything that you shared.
My honor. Thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Thank you, Sumati. I'm going to see you next time. Thank you, my dear viewers. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel to watch all of these beautiful more videos that we have for you. Also, please do share this video if you know of anybody who might be interested, who might benefit out of this video. Please do share as well. Thank you so much for all your support. I'm going to see you next time. Thank you, Sumati. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.